Hey, this is Gavin Palmer with Wright and Gavin Palmer, and I attempted to talk about God with my 7-year-old, and then I mentioned how inside of all living organisms, at the very small level where we can't see with our eyes, our understanding of the world is such that it's like we have so many robots that are just keeping us alive. And I said, that's God. God is doing that. He's orchestrating all of these robots that are keeping everything alive. That's, for me, that's God. And then I pointed at a video game and I said, well, somebody created the video game. And so it's like we're in a video game and God created us. And my son said, but we're not in a video game. And then I said, well, maybe Mario and Luigi are having a conversation and Mario just told Luigi that he's not in a video game. And my son goes, oh. So I'm going to show the animation for what I think about now when I think about God. So here we go. Okay, so let's begin. You see this closed caption up here. This is DNA in its classic double helix form, and it's from X-ray imagery. And you can unwind it and unzip the DNA. You see genetic code, lots of information. Let's go see the robots, okay? Come on, show me the robots. All right, so let's find these robots. Uh-oh, I think we're getting to the animation now. Look at that. 2002 biology. This is how cells divide. Happening all over, throughout every living creature. Something like this. Well, this is probably specifically humans, but things like this are happening throughout all of life. Billions of these machines right now inside of you, inside of me, inside of every human. And this looks like the speed. And he said that he left out error correction. And the colors are there to help you help visualize what's happening. But that's amazing. Let's get through. I don't want to get, well, let's see. He says this is updated technology. This is a single strand of DNA. Look at those little blue robots with arms. A semester's worth of biology inside of that's and there's the cell under a microscope, time-lapsed. So the animation was zoomed in on DNA at the kind of the smallest level, and then there was a zooming out to the cell, and then we get to see the cell divide. And it's kind of like a time lapse with colors added to help visualize the parts that can be studied. So the creator, the creative force, is doing this right now. Identical copies of DNA, billions of cells undergoing this process inside of you right now. Going to look at the chromosomes. Going to look at one chromosome. So we're going to look at some robots at this part. Like every little part has just robots that are all orchestrated, doing amazing things. The dynamic scaffolding microtubules are like the whiskers that are coming out. And there's the red part, which is the interface between the chromosome and that dynamic scaffolding. And he says we don't understand how this works. And we're just beginning to discover. There's just thousands of proteins, which has a signal broadcasting system using chemical signals that is orchestrating. Look at this. Look at it. They're attempting to do like a real-time movement of the robots inside of inside of every single cell in your body. Billions. There's like billions of robots doing this inside of you right now. Look at that. You have these little, it looks like the two-legged robots, and these look like robots you would see in Star Wars that are inside of our body. Look at that. You see these little, you see all of these little robots? It's amazing. The amount of orchestration, coordination is just, that's what comes to mind when I'm thinking about God. And I would encourage you, that video was Drew Barry, Animations of Unseeable Biology. And so we developed the technology to be able to learn and to see microscopes, telescopes, and then there are revelations about the creation. And we can ask, well, how did that happen? And we can tell stories about it, but man, it's a power beyond humans that's doing all of that. Like, if I am a software engineer and know something about creating a robot, and it's like for me to orchestrate all of what's happening inside of one cell, and then it would be, I can't do that. But that's happening inside of billions of cells and all kinds of living creatures, and all of those creatures are interacting in an ecosystem. It's if you were to comprehend it, I think your mind would literally be blown apart. You would basically just start going into a seizure to comprehend all of this coordination which is happening. The amount of complexity and information, and that's the creator. The creator is what is coordinating, just at the most fundamental level, all of these robots, this body we've been given where spirit can inhabit it. You can call it spirit or soul, you can call it whatever you want. I'm just saying that this body is not me. All of those little robots and everything, it's not me. I'm not coordinating that. But there is a force greater than me, which is. And that's what I'm talking about when I talk about God. So let me know what you think. Have a good one.